probably wouldn't know about you, but and from the first minute you came in here, you presented yourself as a businessman and person that can be trusted, which is the most important. It was the best thing for me because people like you deserve everything they get because you're a very hardworking guy and you do what you promise. Give Paul permission if anybody wants to talk to me and ask me about Paul, gladly to call me, and I'll be more than glad to tell you that he is the person of his words and integrity.
Hello, friend. This is Paul Chima. I'm a broker with Street City Reality, and I'm sitting here with one of my clients, and now a great friend. And he even made me nice coffee here, and I also got a bottle of wine. And he's super excited. He wanted to start way before me, but I'm holding on to his reins. So we will ask him how his service experience had been with me all through these 46 days the listing was on market. So, hey Boris, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to represent you in this sale of your property at 576 Drive Man. So, remember how you found me? I think you went on my website and you were looking at some properties.
That's exactly how I find you. And I'm glad I've done it because if I wasn't there, I probably wouldn't know about you. But that was the best thing for me because people like you deserve everything they get because you're a very hardworking guy and you do what you promise. And this is what means a lot to anybody that is in that position like I was here, trying to sell.
Yes.
That I had a bad experience before that with somebody else, and he just simply, it didn't work because he wasn't interested. He was just interested in his commissions, not to sell it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
And like I said,
before.
I'm glad I met you. I'm glad I went that day, and it was a really, really pleasure, Paul, to work with you because
I'm so thankful.
because you, like I said, you are man of your words, and I thank you for everything you've done. You were very, very professional, and I recommend anybody that was in a position like I was, where I recommend you 1,000% to anybody, because you are man of your words.
That's
And
super awesome.
and I congratulate you and I thank you for it.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. I'm so happy that I could keep my words. And Boris is equally professional in his words and commitments too. What he says, he does. And he just wanted one little favor: communication.
Very simple. Yeah.
Very
And I
simple.
think this is the most important between the client and the broker, agent, whatever. It's very communication is the most important. That you get informed what's going on, and so it makes it easier for everybody to with a good communication. It's easier to work.
Yes.
Yeah, and whatever Paul promised, he
Boris, just a curious question. When you saw me for the first time, did you have any feeling of that this guy will not be able to communicate, or
no
anything that, we always get first impression, then we go second impression.
exactly. And from the first minute you came in here, you presented yourself as a businessman and person that can be trusted, which is the most important. And I'm glad that stuck with you to the last minute, and you were, like I said, did whatever you promised, you've done it. It
Yeah,
couldn't be any better than what you did.
yeah,
And it should be a good lesson to the other agents as well. This is how you're supposed to work with the customers, and you know,
yes,
and so both you trust each other, which is the
absolutely.
most important.
People trust,
Yeah.
but one must do a lot of work to keep
So
that trust. Trust
yeah,
is not an easy thing to have, and it's a treasure.
correct,
It's more than
correct.
gold or
Yes,
any other precious thing in the world.
simple as that.
Because someone is depending upon someone's word, so that must be maintained.
Yes, I in my life I have experience because I was in the business for a long, long time,
And you understand
dealing with
customer
the
service.
people all the time, and this is the most important, that you do what you promise
Yeah,
and you deliver
yeah.
what you promise.
How did you like the negotiation process? We had two offers come in, and there were a couple other offers that came verbal or email, which I told you don't mean anything in our industry.
Yeah,
Unless something's on paper, doesn't make any sense.
doesn't
So
make
how did
any.
you like the process? Were you educated on that?
It was, and again, you were not trying to push, okay, take this, take that. No, you simply went with what I said, okay, this is what I would like to get for it. So the low ballers, you said it yourself. Forget about it.
Yeah,
So we went with it, and at the end, like I said, it's always comes to the last negotiations, and we've dealt, and it worked out. You know, so you know, there is always the end price that you can accept
yes,
or you don't accept it.
yes,
So like I said, it came to the end, and we decided that this is the right move
yeah.
for us.
Yeah, I guess that
Yeah,
was a very good decision as well for both of you,
yeah,
because a bird in hand is worth more than bird in bush. We do not know
yeah. And
what will
you
happen.
want to keep moving forward instead of sitting and don't know what's next.
Yeah,
So this way, yeah, everybody's happy at the end.
yes, life is not
Yeah,
stationary, it
it's
has to move.
us, it's the buyer that was happy. Of course, Paul as well.
I
And
was happy.
now we are sitting together here, having a coffee and having a nice, friendly smile.
And I spilled coffee on
A
my
little coffee
brand new
spill
suit as
on the
well.
bread you soup.
So he will pay me for the dry
There
cleaning
you go.
expenses.
See? Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was really fun, and
Yeah.
you are
So
easy to work with. I don't know what was wrong before, but you are very easy to work with.
I when I see person that is a hard worker and is doing his job, I try to help as much as I can from
Yeah,
my side to go along with it, and be cooperative.
yeah.
As much as possible.
You are
Yeah,
very cooperative,
yeah,
and at the last minute, sometimes I would give him a call and say, Boris, we have an appointment, and he would say, okay, let them come in. Never any tantrum, never any refusal, listening to me, whatever I was suggesting him, and then absorbing and then making a final decision. And I'm happy you decided to accept the final offer, and it was a great offer. We firmed up, like it was a firm offer, and he just decided. It took some time to, because it's a big shift from what you expect, what you get. Many people are unable to make a decision, but I'm happy you decided.
Yeah, it's over. Time to move on.
Time to move on. So you don't know which area of the world he may call another area and say, "Hey, I am here to buy
Yeah.
property," right?
Right now I'm homeless. Anybody takes me? Not for long. Not for long.
Not for long. He's a homeless millionaire, guys. I would like to go millionaire, homeless if I am a millionaire. I don't need a husband. So here we are, and I'm glad that we could do it together as a team.
Yes.
I couldn't do anything by myself, and he couldn't do anything by himself.
And that experience, I think, will got us like first time that I met Paul, and I think it's not the last time. I think we're gonna stay in touch for a long time.
Yep, and I'm looking forward to
And
helping.
anybody that needs to buy or sell, people, this is the person to talk to. You will not be sorry.
Yeah. So
You'll have it experience just like I had it here, a very pleasant experience.
yeah,
Yeah.
we had a lot of fun
It
doing
was
the
nice.
offer.
Yes,
We laughed a lot.
exactly.
We cheered each other.
Yeah. And never pushy. Never pushy. Okay, try that. No. He always left me have a last word when it came to the offers. Yeah, you accept it or you don't want to accept it, and things like that. Never being pushy, which is what I like.
Yeah, so Boris, what I believe is when people buy, it's their money and their choice should prevail,
Yes,
right?
yes.
I don't want to push them into
Yeah.
something they don't want. And same for you. You own this house. You had your blood and sweat in this, every inch of this
That's
property.
exactly what it
And
is.
I will never push you to take this price or that price. As long as you understand that the decision to accept was yours,
100%.
and I will be okay with it, because then I am not to be blamed. This is what my main concern is. Nothing should go bad because my decision. And I am here to support as much as I can till you finally say, yes, Paul, this is it. I want it. Let's move on.
Yes.
So, who am I to ask you to sign on this number or that number? Because you know exactly what you want for the property. You nurtured and you so well maintained this property. It looks beautiful. It's fantastic property.
The way I see it, you pay a lot of money for it, so you should contain in a shape, because actually this is your home, this is where you live, this is your life,
This is your life. Absolutely.
and it tells you who you are.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You want to live like a pig or you want to live like a person.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and I was always like that. Yeah. Keep it as clean as possible and maintain if anything needs to be changed or fixed or whatever. It's got to be done.
Yes.
It's got to be done.
Yeah. You know everything about the property.
Yeah. So.
And that was fantastic. So, guys,
So
everyone is
we
happy.
had a lot of showings in here. We did not have one single bad comment
Yes.
about the house.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
yeah,
for
I'm happy, very happy about that. That the other people see that was good maintained house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That goes
So
to
it makes
you.
me happy.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
what's
So
your high
it pays.
five?
Yeah. So it pays. It pays. All comments like that. It pays all the hard work that you've done in it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, guys, if you know anyone who is thinking of buying or selling their home, feel free to give me a call, 647-333-2273, or you can also call my alternate line, which is 647-694-4283. This second line has tons of features on it. you can actually take any property's details using that phone number. Just text address to 647-694-4283, any property, and you will get the details of that property within seconds or maybe flicker of your eye. It is so great number. So Paul Chima signing off with Boris, the homeowner of 576 Dryman, who has now been turned into a homeless guy with $1 million in his pocket. So
And also, I give Paul permission if anybody wants to talk to me and ask me about Paul, gladly to call me, and I'll be more than glad to tell you that he is the person of his words and integrity.
that is so nice of you, Boris. I didn't expect that.
Yeah,
This is
so
fantastic.
more than welcome to anybody to call me and ask what experience we had here. And it's nothing but the best.